Reveal a natural, radiant glow with Tizo Tinted Moisturizing Serum. With skin-loving ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and ceramides, this serum delivers long-lasting hydration, leaving skin feeling nourished and refreshed. 5 luminous shades provide a radiant hint of buildable color with a glowing, sheer finish that enhances your tone and texture. Gentle, all-mineral SPF 30 and antioxidants protect against UV and environmental damage. Experience skincare that hydrates, protects, and perfects with Tizo's Tinted Moisturizing Serum. Visit tizoskin.com for details. Are you interested in providing results-driven treatment services? Join a team of like-minded individuals who share your passion and support your success. With more than 1,000 franchised locations in 49 states, Massage Envy is not only the nation's #1 provider of massage services collectively across its franchise network, but also a national leader in skincare. Start or grow your career at a Massage Envy franchised location. Visit massageenvy.com/SDcareers for full details.
Hello and welcome to ASCP's Esty Talk. I'm your co-host Maggie Staszcuk and ASCP's Program Director.
And I'm Ella Cressman, licensed esthetician, skincare enthusiast, ingredient junkie, and content contributor for ASCP.
All right, Ella, I'm really excited for this topic today. We're diving into a major shift happening in the beauty industry, and it directly affects estheticians. And honestly, you may already be feeling it in the treatment room. We're talking about what is being called the skincare recession.
Sounds ominous.
It's ominous. So skincare has long been the star of the beauty world, but new data shows it's slowing down dramatically. And it's not just a dip in product sales, it's a signal that the whole industry is evolving. Are you sensing this at all?
It is crazy. I noticed back in February a huge dip. A huge pause. It was almost a screeching halt. And I'm like, what is going on? So I love that you use the word evolving and not stopping, because I agree that there is a shift and a change, something that has happened time and time again. But the evolution, you have to be aware, first of all, that it's happening, and then plan on how to navigate it.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Yeah. So after years of growth driven by the pandemic, some would argue, social media buzz, and all the science-fueled marketing, fragrance and makeup are now taking the lead while skincare is stalling.
It's so funny. That's so interesting because the no makeup look has been popular. And even the tutorials, I just crack up watching the tutorials of makeup application to make it look like you're not wearing makeup.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And you know, what else I notice is that fragrance is everywhere right now. So let's first take a look at what's happening in skincare right now. Consumers seem to be shifting attention to other beauty categories, so fragrance and makeup, for instance. During 2024, Circana data shows U.S. fragrance growing at a 12% rate. That's amazing. Makeup was up at 5%, and this is all compared to skincare at only a 2% growth rate.
Somebody's winning this race.
Yeah.
I can absolutely see that.
I think that's really interesting because year over year, we have looked at skincare and always been boggled by its massive growth rate. And so to say in the past year it's only grown at 2%, that's crazy.
It is crazy, but the good news is it's still growing. So it's not stopped completely. It's just these other categories are taking off. And I'm imagining there is definite psychological reason or emotional reasoning for that.
Yeah, it could be. That's really interesting. So this term skincare recession is gaining traction among data analysts and even estheticians. And obviously this is impacting estheticians directly. So what could be driving this skincare slowdown? There's 3 big forces, supposedly, or 3 big factors. The first, oversaturation and consumer fatigue. What do you think? What comes first to mind when you hear that?
A Facebook post about twice a week.
Okay.
You see this happen a lot. I mean, there's a couple of things that come to mind, but you see the complaint often in these Facebook groups of I can't find a job, and it's either the original poster or a commenter that it's revealed, oh, it's because the industry is oversaturated, which isn't anything we haven't spoken about before as far as that fear in estheticians. But we've also been quick to point out, hey, a lot of, there's a face for everyone too. I think the oversaturation also comes from, well, who do I listen to? Am I listening to these brands? Am I listening to these influencers? Am I listening to the celebrities who are now launching their own skincare products? How do I know what to do next? That's what I think it is. I don't think it's the profession itself. I think it's the abundance of skin care and that rapid rise in popularity, like you were talking about, with an industry trying to keep up with or ride on coattails, however you want to talk about it, and all these launches.
Yeah, everybody wants a piece of the pie. They're all trying to get in on the market. What's really interesting is there are 250 plus product launches yearly. And this easily is leading to consumer fatigue or confusion. And it's not just beauty and wellness. It could be SaaS products. It's the influencer brands that you're talking about, the celebrities that are launching products. And then, of course, professional lines are also launching new products year over year. So to keep up with all of these things, even for the professional, can be fatiguing.
Absolutely. I will say that one practice that I hold dear, I don't know, dear, I mean, let's be a little, calm down, Ella. Well, one of the things that I like to do is a skincare audit with my initial consultation because of this. And now it's even worse than it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago. But if you're doing a skincare audit, this is an opportunity to address what they're really using, but to dispel some of the misconceptions they may have, or some of the redirect some of the information that they've gotten from these sources, particularly, or to explain some of the claims companies make, because I think we have really encouraged this clinical language, and a lot of it's just marketing and not necessarily true or all the way true. It's definitely manipulation. So I think that is an esthetician opportunity or an aesthetic professional opportunity to set the record straight for your clients or your patients, depending on where you're at.
I think that's really smart. And I imagine not many people do that. It's very easy to look at a website or see something come through on your social media, and it is just marketing, or it could be a blatant false claim, but our eyes glaze over it. We're reading the headline and we just go, oh, that's interesting. And it's lodged in our mind. It becomes truth. But as professional estheticians, I think it is our responsibility or our duty to say, wait a minute, go back, do the audit like you're saying, and really evaluate the products coming to market, the claims that we're seeing. Do they have validity? What is the truth behind them? Because our clients are seeing the same things.
Okay, can I have a confession? Sucker alert. I got inundated with a Facebook targeted ad. No, I think it was Instagram, whatever it was. It was this ad that kept, I'm going to be honest, I play a game on my tablet and it was a pop-up ad. And it said, all you have to do is pay shipping for this product. And if you don't like it, then, or if it doesn't work for you, then don't pay for it. We're delaying the payment. And it kept popping up and popping up and popping up. So I found where they sell it for real because I didn't want to buy into that. I'm like, oh, go buy it for real. So I went to Ulta, I bought the product, and it's a skin tightening / helps you sleep at night. I also looked on Amazon to see if that was available there. There are some dupes, but I'm like, I'm not going to chance it. I spent $50 basically on a whipped body butter. And let me tell you, it was really hard to wake up the next day because there's something in them that makes you sleep. And I was so groggy and I was so grouchy. I'm like, oh, it's a fluke. Let me use it again the next day. And same thing. Like normally I'm up at 5:30. It was almost 7. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, and I decided I'm only going to use it on the weekends. But the clinical claims is that within 8 weeks, you're supposed to have tighter skin.
Wow. Tighter skin and better sleep.
Well, deep sleep, let me tell you.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want that?
Well, then I looked into the claims of who they did this study on. It was like 60 people.
Yeah.
Clinical claims.
Yeah.
So it brings me to like another professional only product that recently launched. I'm not going to use names, but it was another like body tightening product. It was in clinical trials. When they launched it, the clinical trials come back not effective. So be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful what you buy into.
Yeah.
Find out. Like, just try it. It's okay. Because sometimes it may or may not work for you, but careful what you spend your money on.
You're bringing up really good points of why consumers are feeling overwhelmed or skeptical, confused. There are so many clinical claims, a lot of jargon out there, a lot of buzzwords, and much of this has to do with simply just marketing, not actually what the product does or even if the product is effective. So really good points. And do what Ella does, do an audit. So emotional value is number 2 reason. Fragrance and makeup are leading because they're offering immediate sensory and emotional satisfaction. I argue this because I'm one of those people that gets like a new skincare cream. It smells good. It feels good. I put it on. That's immediate.
Immediate. Boom.
Yeah.
But we've moved away from fragrance in skincare a lot of,
Yeah.
I mean, over the last 15 years.
Fragrance, quote unquote. I mean, your product can still have a scent. It's just not fragrance, right?
Yes. I can empathize with your point and I don't disagree because, oh my God, I'm in love with my skin right now. I started a new product in April and my skin has never felt better. I make people touch it. That's so good. I love it. But what I will tell you on the other side of that is it's been, it was gradual. I mean, there's a little bit of instant and gradual versus I can do a full face of makeup, but it's not until my mascara goes on that I don't feel awake and finished and ready for the day.
Mascara is a thing for you then.
A huge thing for me.
Yeah.
Don't leave the house without it.
Yeah.
And I can have a great day, but I can have an even better day if I feel rich. Like some perfume makes me feel rich. And if I feel rich, I feel confident. If I feel confident, I walk a little taller, and so on. Some perfume has made me feel embarrassed. But I tried it.
So I got to tell you, my mom is like perfume obsessed. Like she has Bibles about perfume and scent and whatever.
Nice.
I don't know if it's nice. I can't go anywhere without feeling like I'm smelling my mom when people pass by with perfume on.
Oh, wow.
It's a problem.
No.
It's
Mom?
a problem.
Mom?
Yeah. Yeah. And now even my husband's like, oh, that woman smells like your mom.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
You can overdo it. I would agree. But
Yeah.
to your point of it having this emotional connection, is scent is directly connected to your limbic system, which is directly connected to memory. So you're associating memories. That's why real estate agents bake cookies, because cookies feel like home or comfort. And the scent maybe feels like your mom, and that's off-putting for some, but that's the memory connection, that instant emotional satisfaction.
Yeah, I think in comparison, skincare sometimes feels too clinical.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting that comfort feeling.
Yes, unless it's applied by somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Touche.
for sure.
In uncertain times, people want quick emotional payoffs. And we might be in that period right now. So we've all heard about the lipstick effect. Lipstick gives that instant confidence. Fragrance creates a vibe or makes you feel a certain emotion. What does skincare have?
I think this is also a call for estheticians to consider this and potentially add a scent element to your treatments, whether it's diffusing essential oil or there's a lot of essential oil infused massage products, for example, to have a certain effect. It's a lot of fun to explore. I'll tell you that, as was one of my favorite modules in skincare formulation school. And then also it does have a direct influence on mood. 2 great examples are citrus and lavender. Lavender, we know, signals, like scientifically signals calming in the brain, similar to pine or alpha pinene, beta pinene. Signals calm and everything's cool. And citrus will encourage happy, and happy people buy more. So in my studio, I have citrus up front and I have like a calming blend in the treatment room.
That's smart.
Mm-hmm. Works.
All right, number 3 is redefined value. With rising costs, people are reevaluating where they spend. They want visible, they want fast results, and especially with economic pressures. So this is perhaps putting pressure on skincare brands. It's also putting pressure on estheticians. So we have to meet that need for value, both emotionally and functionally.
I did something super risky last spring. I ended up bringing on a new product line. Remember, I told you February, my sales were so low. They were 1/4 of my service ratio, where normally it's 1-to-1 service to sales or 1-to-2 service to sales. So I'm like, whoa, what is going on here? Some things happened. I ended up taking a chance and I had a complete refresh of my products and then added new things into the back bar. They are way more expensive. They're at least 30% more expensive than what I had before, sometimes 50, sometimes 60. Look, you get it. But the products themselves are more pointed, direct, and also encompass many things. So at the end of the day, it's an even switch for the client. But I have been impassioned with the brand support that particular brand gives me. And so that value was there for me. It was a very scary move, but it was something that I had to do. So with you're talking about redefining value, I took that into consideration. I got with a company that aligned and voila. I think the first inclination is to go cheaper or to pare down, which is not wrong either, but that's just my 12 cents.
I think a lot of people, especially in quote unquote uncertain times, are thinking, let's pare down, let's simplify, let's make it better for the client. That is not wrong, but you're making a really good point about this parallel transition. It worked for you, it still works for the clients. It's meeting both goals.
Absolutely. And I'm happy.
So let's talk about this rise of fragrance and makeup. It's interesting because just a few years ago, you mentioned this earlier, everyone was obsessed with this no makeup look.
Mm-hmm.
Now the pendulum is swinging in the other direction. I think that's kind of how trends work, right?
Yeah. Just when I find blush, it comes back. I'm not saying I'm a trendsetter, but
You might be, Ella. It's all because of you.
I feel like it. Yeah.
So makeup is bouncing back, fragrance is booming, and the analysts, I guess we'll say, are pointing to it's giving immediate emotional impact, immediate gratification, and that's what the consumer's looking for right now.
You know what, then, as a professional, something to consider would be like a point of sale product, a tinted lip gloss.
Boom.
Boom. Satiated. Feels everybody's happy.
Yeah. So not every esthetician does makeup. It's its own specialty. At least that's how I view it. And some estheticians don't even offer it, I think, due to licensure. In some states, you need a special licensure to do makeup. So this maybe feels like a curveball to some people.
It could. Here's the thing. We've talked about it too. We don't need to be do-alls. Instead, let's be cooperative. Find a great makeup artist who maybe can refer to you for skincare treatments or something like that. The other thing is, do you have a really good makeup remover in your retail offerings, because you're going to need it, or being aware of some of the counter effects makeup can have. So there's not necessarily a call to hurry out and get your makeup artistry certificate or qualifications or start a portfolio, but just being aware, I think, is key.
Yeah, 100%. You took the words right out of my mouth. This is an invitation. There is so much opportunity here for estheticians, whether it's that tinted lip balm, or you've got a good makeup remover, or you've got somebody you can refer to as the esthetician, and not just with makeup, but also that sensory experience, as you mentioned earlier. Start incorporating the aromatherapy, and it doesn't have to be even in the treatment. It's like you said, it's in your lobby, it's in your treatment room space.
And it can even be in your vernacular, saying something like, smell this lotion. Doesn't it smell happy? There you go. That makes me want to buy it.
So this is all to say, skincare is not losing relevance, but it's being redefined. So we're already seeing this shift towards wellness-driven services. We've talked a lot about that. Clients want results and they want relaxation. They want efficacy and emotional connection. So how do we bring this full circle?
I think just incorporating a few things that we've talked about through this podcast will really help. And then being open to newness. So being prepared and being aware are key.
So this quote unquote skincare recession, this is a moment for industry reinvention, not demise. Consumers still care about science and results, but They're also craving simplicity and emotional connection. And this is a uniquely positioned opportunity for estheticians to humanize and simplify skincare. So connection, trust, experience, this could drive future growth. And I think estheticians always are very good at adapting. So embrace adaptability and focus on what clients really want.
I think also I just want to add not to be too afraid. Being aware will help you adapt to what you need to do to ensure your business success.
Listeners, we want to hear from you. Have you noticed changes in your clients' skincare habits? Are they asking for something different lately? Share with us on social media through Instagram, Facebook, or by emailing getconnected@ascpskincare.com. Thank you for listening to ASCP Esty Talk, and as always, for more information on this episode, or for ways to connect with Ella and myself, or to learn more about ASCP, check out the show notes.
This podcast is sponsored by Lamprobe. Lamprobe is a popular aesthetic tool that enables skincare practitioners to rapidly treat a wide variety of common minor skin irregularities, or MSI. Red MSI treated by Lamprobe include dilated capillaries and cherry angiomas, yellow MSI, cholesterol deposits and sebaceous hyperplasia, and brown MSI treated include skin tags and more. Lamprobe MSI treatments are non-invasive and deliver immediate results. Lamprobe can empower your skin practice with these new and highly in-demand services. For more information, visit lamprobe.com. That's LAMPROBE.com. And follow Lamprobe on social media @Lamprobe.